And on the line now is Larry. Hey, how are you? What a day, huh?
Hey Ken, how you doing? Yeah, the timing of this is incredible. What is this payback timing by the Democrats? Is one day short of the anniversary date of when Clinton was impeached
Is
by the
that right? Oh, is
Republicans.
that right? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, it's
Wow.
almost exact to the day.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
the season of glad tidings, peace and goodwill towards men, we're impeaching another president.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of a sad day from in a sense. Don't you
Yeah,
feel
so, I
that
mean,
way?
the Democrats are posturing that way. Oh, this is a sad day. We do this with
Uh-huh.
great gravity, all that. I don't think people believe that. I think they're
I
doing
don't
it
think
with great
so.
enthusiasm.
Yeah.
But it's interesting some of the differences and some of the parallels between Clinton and Trump. Now,
Uh-huh.
Clinton um, compartmentalized things. He was famous
Right.
for that. He was able to keep them in boxes and
Right.
continue. And
Yeah.
yeah, he went out and talked about the impeachment, and he said that there was too much bickering back and forth, too much ill will, and then he went back in the White House for a Christmas party. So he
Right.
was able.
No, and plus, I mean, he was very contrite too. I mean, unlike Trump. I
Well,
mean,
not
Clinton.
really. I mean,
Well, he was publicly contrite. I mean,
yeah,
he.
I mean, he was cool about it, and
Right.
in the same manner, most people thought it was a witch hunt for Clinton. Didn't
Mhm.
amount to much, and Trump supporters at least think that, and I think a lot of the general public, more than the polls are showing,
Mhm.
think the same way. So that this is really about politics, and apropos to that, Kent, his approval rating remains at about 43%, which has been steady all along. So if he keeps that approval rating, and if he's able to hold those states, those swing states that got him elected, it'll be a repeat of 2016. That's the way it seems to be shaping up so far.
Well, I wonder if, though, as the procedure in the Senate continues or goes forward, if those poll numbers will go up. I mean, what I found very interesting was yesterday, that Washington Post poll yesterday, which said that 71% of people overall want there to be witnesses and for Trump's aides to go, be part of a trial. And the number was 64% for Republicans. So I think this issue of a fair trial in the Senate might be pretty big and might sway some.
Well, actually,
What do you think?
that could actually indicate that there's a lot of support among Republicans in Trump's base to make sure that it's fair by
Uh-huh.
calling witnesses and all that. So it doesn't indicate a groundswell of sentiment against Trump necessarily.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, what do you think will happen today? And I mean, how do you think the procedure will go? I mean,
Well, yeah, I think they're going to do it, and
definitely
there's going
do
to
it.
be
Yeah.
more somber announcements about how reluctant they are to do this, but it has to be done constitutionally, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I don't know how it is up in your area in upstate New York, but here I'm outside of Scranton, Pennsylvania, which is Trump country among a lot of Democrats. They crossed
Right.
over. I don't think many people are paying attention to the proceedings with any detail. They tune in, they get frustrated, get angry, they tune out. There's not a lot of people following impeachment as avidly, I think, as they were when Clinton was being impeached. So what
Well,
does that indicate? I don't know.
well, yeah, but I think the numbers are higher than when Clinton was. It wasn't a 50-50 split. I mean, it was much
Uh,
lower.
yeah, well, again, it depends on how these polls are constructed,
Right.
kind of the way the questions are set up. And, I keep thinking that these polls are being, they're missing certain elements, which is the same reason why all the polls were showing that Hillary was going to win in 2016. So I wouldn't necessarily rely that much on the polls. I mean, they could be accurate, but this is so fluid now, and a
Right.
lot of people, are not talking straight the same as in 2016, not expressing how they really feel. And it depends on the methodology of the polls, what sample they're using, and again, very much how those questions are constructed.
Right. Well, what do you think about the Trump letter to Nancy Pelosi?
Yeah,
I mean, that was like
Well, not-
crazy.
yeah. And Nancy said, what did she say, that it was
Said it was
sad or
ridiculous.
it
She
was
said it
sick?
was sick.
It
Yeah, she
was
said it
sick,
was,
quote sick.
and
Yeah.
it really was. I mean, in a way.
Yeah, but I mean, how many people are going to read the letter in detail? They're just going to say, well, that's the way Trump is. So again, Ken, I mean, I know your perspective is different on this, but I don't see this as really sticking that much to Trump. Now, if they come out with more stuff, during the trial, the Senate trial, and something that's really a smoking gun, which would really enrage the public, that would change things. But
Right.
so far, I don't see any smoking gun looming on the horizon.
But what about the fact that he is still apparently encouraging Giuliani to keep his at least Giuliani says that, to keep his investigation going
Yeah, well,
in Ukraine.
Giuliani's already defending himself that there's nothing wrong with that. As his personal attorney, he could and should do that.
Right,
And
right,
again, don't forget, both sides are filtering this information according to their political bias, either for or against Trump. So again, I don't think it's moving the needle that much. If he keeps that 43% approval rating, and if those swing states hold, which is actually a bigger question this time around, but
right.
if those swing states hold, then he gets reelected.
Yeah, yeah.
If he gets impeached and removed in the Senate, I wonder if he could run
Yeah,
as a candidate in the 2020 election. I don't know how that would work technically in terms of being on the ballot at all.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that would be an interesting scenario.
Well, I
So
think,
again, I just don't think a lot of this is being taken as seriously as
mhm,
some of the commentators would have you believe. I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? All right, so we'll see what happens.
All right, talk to
Talk
you
to you
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.